Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, Chicago scene in the Ravenswood neighborhood. And then, you know, it's that time of year where you want to get back outside, you want to explore your neighborhood. What about Malt Row in Ravenswood? I'm on actual Ravenswood. There's a few of them here. We're going to check out 3 of them today, including this one. It's a newer one that's added to the Malt Row unofficial tour. It's Collective by Forbidden Root, and I'm here with Gene. Gene, you're with the Chamber. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. And this is something that you guys want to encourage folks to kind of check out, to explore the neighborhood, this unofficial Malt Row tour, because it's not like a tour that you guys put together. It's one that you have a guidebook for, that you have another one coming out to encourage people to go and check out all of these places in the Ravenswood area, right?
Sure, that's absolutely correct. We've got 9 breweries plus Chicago's first post-prohibition distillery, first legal one, all here in Ravenswood within a mile and a half. So
Disclaimer on that one.
Very important in this city. So you can start on either the north or south end of Malt Row at Half Acre or at Dovetail Brewery, where we'll be heading next. Pick up one of our Malt Row guidebooks and you'll have a map of the neighborhood and be able to go on a self-guided adventure like this one.
And this is our first stop here. This just got added to the scene here not too long ago, but as far as the stops that people can check out, there's a new one.
Yes, Cultivate by Forbidden Root, who you may be familiar with from their Westtown brewery, has expanded into Ravenswood. They've got a kitchen, they've got a tap room, a really beautiful space inside with some incredible botanically inspired beers.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna go inside and check it out. You ready to have a couple cocktails here?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, let's go. All right, so I'm inside Cultivate by Forbidden Root, and I'm here with one of the partners. This is Randy. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
So people who want to come in here for a self-guided tour or a booklet or however they want to, what should they expect when they come in here? What are you guys all about for people who are new to your brew and your restaurant here?
Well, we call ourselves a botanic brewery, which means we don't limit ourselves to malt and hops. Okay. We try and use all possible ingredients, and of course that's what kitchens do. Why should beer be any different?
Absolutely. So, and you've embraced the neighborhood with the decor, with old school Ravenswood things throughout. You have these old olive bushels that are your light fixtures, and talk about how that all comes together with the beer that you serve and the food that you serve.
Right, well, we've got the lava lamps because those were created right here in Ravenswood.
Which I did not know. Very cool.
Yeah, down on Irving Park. And, we just try and offer people a lot of variety, a lot of exciting food. My partner Robert and I are both super foodies. We just really love food. I love to cook. And we try and offer people a unique experience that they can't get anyplace else. So here we do a little bit more focus on kind of farmhouse brewing, saisons. We have a wooden fooder over there that we keep some beers with Brettanomyces in it, one of the sort of a Belgian kind of tradition. We do a ton of fruit beers. We have a Pilsner beer actually right now called Purple Pills that has chamomile, jasmine, and a root of an iris plant called orris root that just twists the style a little bit. It's still a Pilsner. It's still good in hot weather. It's not going to hit you over the head, but it's like you can't get those flavors from hops. Right. And so that's kind of how we like to think about it. How can we be tricky and subtle and make interesting things that aren't just sledgehammer items?
You guys give back to the community, which is great.
Right, so we're a benefit corporation, which means we don't only consider shareholder value. So we can do other things. We can be good, and that's okay by our charter. And so we've done a Ukrainian collaboration beer. We're selling sunflower seeds to reference that comment that the old lady made with a Russian soldier, put these in your pocket so when you die here, something will grow. And so, we do try and then we've got, my partner has developed a line of beard oils using spent herbs from some vermouth and tonic and bitters that we've created, and so he's going to donate all the profits for those to Ukraine also.
Wonderful. Continue to pay it forward. People want information about what you guys do here. What's the website they should go to?
ForbiddenRoot.com. Excellent.
Well, thank you. This is my first stop on this whole Malt Row tour, so I think I'm in the middle of it, so I think I'm heading into Dovetail next, but either way, a pleasure talking to you, sir.
Good neighbors. Yeah, thanks so much.
Right,
thanks for coming around.
Yeah. That's Collective by Forbidden Root. Gene, where are we heading to next, my friend?
So we're leaving this new brewery and on to one of the older ones in Malt Row. We're going to Dovetail, which is a brewery that focuses on continental European styles of beer.
Fantastic. All right, I'm going to get the Uber and we're off on our way here. All right, I'm in the brew house here at Dovetail. And look at all that wonderful machinery making this fantastic beer. I'm here with brew owner Hagen. Did I say that right?
Yes, that's
Give the last name just because I don't want to screw it up though.
Dosed, Hagen Dosed.
That's easy enough. Hagen Dosed. Reminds me of something else, but we won't go there. So people on this Malt Row tour, why should they stop here at Dovetail? You guys have been here since 2016, but you and your partner met years ago, like at 2011 or something, at a beer school. I didn't know there was a beer school in Chicago.
Beer school is the best school, and Bill and I think we did best in beer school of any school we'd ever been to.
And you met here in Chicago. What's the name of the beer school?
We actually met in Munich. The school is the Siebel Institute here in Chicago, and the Dömens Academy in Germany.
And describe the beer that you do here, because it's kind of akin to the old school way of doing beer, so much so that you have a piece of brew equipment that only like 1% of breweries in Chicago or in the States use.
In the world.
In the world, yeah. You guys like to step it up a little bit.
Yeah. So what we do here is continental European style beers, German, Czech, Belgian, others, using traditional methods. And what we like to say is that when we design a beer, we design it for all the senses. So appearance, aroma, flavor, mouthfeel, aftertaste. So this is our lager, Dovetail Lager.
And you poured that a while ago. We've been sipping on that for a while here, and look at that. It's still got the foam.
Got that nice foam on it. Right. So we're a modern brewery, but we use old school methods to bring out a depth of character in our beer that we don't believe would be in the beer otherwise.
The machine that was the 1%, what was the name of that? Like, what did it do?
That's called a cool ship, and what it does is it does four things. Three of them we can actually prove that they do. So it cools the wort, which is the sweet liquid that brewers make. It separates the hops, the solid hops from the liquid. It blows off in the steam. It carries off some chemical compounds that would lead to poor flavor in the beer. And then the fourth thing it does, we can't prove, but we know it's there. It brings kind of a harmony to all of the elements of the beer. It's something that we have tasted in these little breweries in the middle of Germany that still use these cool ships, and we taste their beer and we know it comes through from a cool ship. We ask them, it turns out it's there.
That's fantastic. I imagine you're the only one in the city that has it. If there's 1% in the world,
there is one more.
Of course,
brewery.
in Chicago.
Weiner has a cool ship, but I think we're the only ones that use it for every beer that we make.
So either way, very unique, very traditional to the old school way of doing beer. What do you guys open as far as the weekdays here?
So our tap room is open 7 days a week, starting at 12 noon, and that's Monday through Saturday, 1 p.m. on Sundays, and we're open till 10 most nights, 11 on the weekends.
And if anybody wants more information, you got a website?
Dovetailbrewery.com.
Awesome. Hagen, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time to show me around. I think I got one more stop to go, so I got to pace myself. My Uber's here, so actually I'm going to talk to Gene. He's going to tell me where we're going, but thank you, sir.
Awesome. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. All right, so that was Dovetail. Gene, that place is awesome. I didn't realize they had something that only like 1% in all the breweries in the world have. It's a very unique way to do the brewing process here. Very cool.
Yeah, it's Old World Brewing right here in the middle of Malt Row in Chicago.
Yeah, so where are we heading to next? And I think it's our final stop, but there's many more that people can take. But where are we going next?
Yeah, we are ending at the one distillery on Malt Row, Koval Distillery, which I mentioned is the first post-prohibition distillery in Chicago, just right across the tracks here. First legal post-prohibition distillery. No bathtub gin, but some delicious barreled gin just across the tracks.
All right, let's head over there. Thank God it's walking distance. Here we go. Either it was really smart or really dangerous to end at Koval on this tour of Malt Row. Either way, though, it's going to be a good time. I'm here with my friend Drake. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I am doing wonderful. I can't go wrong getting a tour of Malt Row here in Ravenswood.
You know, when you get a couple of drinks down on those first two, it's always great to finish it up with the hard liquor at the end.
Right, and this is the first distillery since like the 1800s, you were telling me?
First distillery to open in Chicago since the mid-1800s.
That is incredible, and they have gone on to help out. I know the owners have gone on to help out a lot of distilleries across the nation and beyond, but they started it here in Chicago, and this is like, I feel like this should be a star on the Chicago flag just for what they've done for the industry here in Chicago. But tell people about Koval if they've never been here.
So Koval, we are obviously a spirits brand. We've created a line of 100% kosher and organic grain-to-bottle spirits. We do gins, vodkas, we do liqueurs, and we also, I would say, are best known for our whiskeys.
And you have this wonderful new tasting room and art gallery that have kind of completed what this entire experience can be if people come out here to take a look.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we are just recently, it became legal in Chicago to have a tasting room and a store on the same premises as your distillery, and so we have sort of this whole brand new front of house experience completely built out where you can come out, do a tour, have a tasting in the tasting room afterwards, and then pick up a bottle to take home with you afterwards.
People want to come by here, a part of this Malt Row tour. It's like a, not an official tour, but they have a guidebook. But you do actually offer tours where people can come in, take a look at the process in here, the tasting room as well. Talk about that real quick.
So we have tours every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, but we're also doing all sorts of special events all the time. We have yoga and cocktails out here on the platform once a month. We've done
the platform.
The platform is this space out here. Yep.
Oh, so it's this right here. You're rocking some yoga out here, is what you're telling me.
Bring out some yoga, put out some yoga mats. We've also done workshops. We had a local florist come out and do a wreath making workshop for Mother's Day. Keep an eye on our calendar. If you go to Koval-Distillery.com, you'll be able to find a calendar with all of these different special events that we're offering every week.
It seems like you've done this before, Drake. You are a very polished human being, and I appreciate it as this being my third one and having a couple along the way.
I do my best.
Well, and if people want information about what you guys do, what's the best way for them to go about that?
Definitely go to our website, again, Koval-Distillery.com, or just give us a call here at the store. We're always happy to gab. It keeps us from doing real work.
That is incredible. Thank you very much. I appreciate the time. This is, what are we calling this? This is the distillery right here, right?
Actual distillery, yep.
That's a distillery. I think I'm going to call it quits on this one right now. It seems like a good spot to sign off to. All right, so I finished my very own personal tour of Malt Row here in Chicago's Ravenswood neighborhood. I have my friend Gene here, though, from the Chamber of in Ravenswood. Gene, where do we head up today?
We started the day at Cultivate by Forbidden Root, the newest brewery on Malt Row. Then we went over to Dovetail Brewery, and we just finished up here at Koval Distillery.
It's fantastic. This is a lot of fun. And how many would you say that people can choose from on this Malt Row tour if they wanted to?
We've got 9 breweries plus the distillery here. So today we only hit a third of it.
I would recommend maybe doing that over like a month. Maybe not all in one weekend. It might not be good.
No, it's very easy to parse out, do half of it. There is food along the way.
Yes, there is.
Delicious food at Cultivate by Forbidden Root, at Half Acre, and then any number of great restaurants in Ravenswood.
And the website people should go to if they want to learn more about the guidebook and how you guys put this all together. What's that?
Sure. maltrowchicago.com. There you'll find information about all of the breweries, the distilleries, upcoming festivals like Ravenswood on Tap, the guidebook itself. That's maltrowchicago.com.
Thank you very much, Gene. I appreciate it. All right, that's the Chicago scene out here in Ravenswood. Come see my friend Gene. He's hanging out at the Chamber. He'll help you out with all your guidebook questions. TBARNAS@WGNTV.com. If you have a suggestion for the Chicago scene, that's tbarnes@WGNTV.com. We'll see you.